At that level, I was already very senior as a manager, and managed another group of about 500 people. And then had a short stint at Samsung, which was a really interesting experience because I really wanted to.
The Korean side of things.
Well, my wife is Korean American, so obviously there was that aspect too. But I really wanted to see how software development runs outside of the games industry. My entire career has been in games, of course. And not only that, I wanted to see what made Samsung tick as an organization. They're like 200,000 people and 120 billion in revenue. So it's a massive organization. I wanted to understand how it works, right? And also I have a role that was very much games adjacent because I managed their app store, which is called Galaxy Apps, and I managed a developer program that included a lot of game devs. And of course, I managed the, let's say, developer marketing organization, which included organizing conferences like Samsung Developer Conference, which is a massive event, 4,000 people attending in San Francisco, right? So
it's huge.
So that was quite an experience, but I already knew that I wanted to do something on my own. I had enough of like corporate life. Like I don't know, 15 years of corporate roles. And that's the genesis of Amber. I started Amber with Dragoș Hâncu, and very quickly, our initial thesis for Amber was that we wanted to create an elite group of engineers. That's why our first 20 hires or so were all engineers, and we offered very competitive salaries and tried to recruit the very best engineers we could find, right? And that was a really interesting strategy at the time when there weren't that many organizations in the game space that were pursuing engineering outsourcing. You had QA outsourcing, art outsourcing, but engineering was considered something that is done in-house and
something that's core. You cannot take it out.
You cannot take it out, and my Samsung experience suggested you absolutely can take it out. Actually, the tech sector had been outsourcing engineering for decades. So I knew that there was an opportunity, and it worked very well for us. We signed a series of fairly prestigious clients almost immediately because the demand was there. It was largely untapped.
Right.